Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna do that.
I'm
Record. Let me get this for the sync. One of these. Hold on.
Artist of the Decade Award 2.
Thank you for the lovely bouquet. I'm married to the hustle, and now I know the life of a showgirl, babe.
Okay, hi guys.
Hi, Olivia.
Hi. So, what are you guys' thoughts on the new album? Like, do you have any, like, what's your favorite song? Do you have any critiques?
Do you want to start or do you want me to?
You can go ahead.
Okay, so I personally was super excited that we were kind of moving away from the sad, long style of Tortured Poets Department. So one of my favorite albums, and I think you guys know this about me, is 1989. So I was super stoked to get back into like more of the upbeat pop type of music from her. So that was really exciting. I did enjoy that it's a really short track list as well, because I can get through it. Oh, I'm sorry. I can get through it in, my commute to work, basically, which is super nice. I'm also really enjoying song-wise, and this is not a popular opinion, but I actually really like Ruin the Friendship.
I love Ruin the Friendship.
Oh, good.
Too.
Okay, good. I just thought that had a nice little storytelling plot twist to it at the end. And then on top of that, I know people are hating a lot of like the lyrics and stuff and thinking that it's very kind of just shallow and basic.
Yeah.
With that song, it is a basic story. I will say that. But for me, I really appreciate the music and the way that it was produced. I'm a big fan of Max Martin and his work, and I just think that the pop itself is top notch. I think that if you just even take her out of the track and listen to just the bass in that song and the drum, I really like the production of that.
Yeah,
one.
I agree. That song's just like so like driving down the road, vibing out. I love that song.
Absolutely.
What are your thoughts, Jaden?
I do like that song. I do like Ruin the Friendship. It was one that I rated highly. My favorite as of right now is probably Elizabeth Taylor. It was like catchy. I can't say that I know all of the lyrics to all of the songs yet, but I would say that one is one of my favorites just because Olivia explained like the background behind it of like Elizabeth Taylor's like 7 ex-husbands, I think you said.
Yeah.
7 ex-husbands, and that like she's kind of correlated with that. I thought that was an interesting tie together. And I have grown way more fond of the album now that I've listened to it a few times. Like I listened to it on the bus ride back from my volleyball the other night, and I was like, I was overly hating on this album a little bit. Because I'll get into that later, but I do think that is one of my favorites. I also really liked The Fate of Ophelia. I thought that one was good.
She actually picked like a really good lead single this time.
Yeah.
Which I feel like sometimes she kind of struggles with is picking a good like lead single. But I actually think this one is really good. Yeah. So I'm glad. My favorite from the album is Life of a Showgirl. Just because I love her looking at like the music industry and giving advice on it and just seeing it from her perspective is kind of cool. Yeah. And then obviously I love Sabrina Carpenter too. So she's my second favorite singer. So it's just like my 2 favorite people on one track.
Yeah, and I will say as an English teacher, I did appreciate all the Shakespeare that she referenced with that. I also appreciate the reference to Macbeth that's in Canceled, if anyone caught that. Something wicked this way comes. She also mentions an eldest daughter being like the lamb to the slaughter. We teach that in humanities too. Just shout out there. So I appreciated a lot of kind of the literary references that she tried to tie into something that was really lightweight and poppy comparison to what we've gotten in the last few albums.
And I feel like a lot of people on this album are saying that it's just not as deep as the Tortured Poets Department, but there's definitely lyrics I can find that are similar and just I don't have that same amount of vocabulary, I would say.
And I mean, is it her job to be the most literary or she's at the end of the day she's a singer-songwriter and we appreciate that she has a lot of really good, really strong lyrics, but also it's okay if she's feeling in her life this kind of more upbeat pop, happy, bubblegum, whatever. I mean, that's fine. If she's in a good place, we shouldn't be hating on that.
And it's it's exactly what people had asked for. With the Tortured Poets Department, they said it was too long, Jack Antonoff was on it too much, and it was too hard to understand, so she did the exact opposite. People wanted. So.
And we have to keep in mind when she was writing this, she was also on the largest world tour that ever happened.
She didn't have a lot of time.
I mean, the fact that someone could even sit down and still write some stuff that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I agree. So, Jaden, what are your thoughts on their songs that you're not too?
I have my list here. Okay, so I know that you said you liked it kind of moving away from like the sad albums. Unfortunately, the sad albums are my favorite. So that's I was kind of like a little stuck in place with like Evermore, Folklore, Torture Pose Department. Those were like the 3 that I was thinking of, and I was kind of hoping it would be more like that. But like based on all of the photography she had with it and all of the album, how do I explain that? You know, just the album in general,
like
it just seemed like it was more pop. So I wasn't a huge fan of the lyricism in the album. Like, I understood it more in depth once I listened to them more. Like, yes, they all have good references, and I felt like it did a good job of kind of covering up those references with the pop. But I do like the more sad, like, straightforward, kind of like, nothing for me will top the lyricism in Evermore. Like, that one is just, I just can't get away from that. That will always be my favorite album. I'm kind of brainwashed in that way. So, like, the lyricism in Eldest Daughter, I understood the majority of it, and then when you get to just the little snippet of it that just is kind of more, like, little kiddish almost. And not to, like, you know, go too far into that, but wasn't a huge fan of that. Canceled, I wasn't the biggest fan of, just because it was kind of all over the place. Just kind of, I don't know.
Yeah,
you know?
I feel like some of the lyrics in Eldest Daughter, like, they just take you right out of the song and you're like, wait.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like that. So
I agree. It's completely different. Like, the 2 lines that are in it are just completely different from the rest of it.
And as Swifties, we all have a high expectation for, like, track 5.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think that's part of that, too.
Yeah. Yeah, I was also surprised that after the track 5, because I feel like she always does like a upbeat, like really like happy type of song after track 5, and then it's Ruin the Friendship, and it's like actually a sad song.
Yeah.
So I was like, that was kind of surprising to me that she did that, because that's always just her, like, what she does.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of Eldest Daughter at first, but there's parts that, like, I really like the bridge. I think that it's grown on me a lot since it came out, but those, like, couple lyrics do take me out of the song, like, we all dressed up as wolves and looked fire. No, that does not work for me. I'm sorry, I can't get down with it. So, but yeah, the rest of the song, it's good.
I think we can all agree then. It's not going to be a top album for a lot of fans in her discography as a whole, but maybe a little bit of a welcome break for those who are ready to get back to a bit more pop, and maybe an unwelcome break for those who have really grown attached to, you know.
Yeah. I will say I
do
do like her other pop albums, like 1989, Lover, Reputation, those ones. I just didn't feel like this one was my favorite, like you said.
Fair.
Like, it's not in my top 10.
Yeah.
I think that, like, she kind of made this album to get back into maybe, like, award-winning
radio,
because Torture Pose Department she didn't make that album for the radio. She made it she needed to write it, and she needed to release something.
And I don't know about you guys, I thought a lot of it did sound very Sabrina Carpenter-esque.
Yeah.
Like, she kind of took notes from what has been working for Sabrina Carpenter, and especially even with, like, and we won't go too into it because it's school, but some of the lyrics are a little more, they insinuate a few things that maybe are not what Taylor would normally talk
I was
about.
Honestly, like, when listening to the album, I was like, my jaw was dropped a couple times. I was like, I never thought Taylor Swift would do this.
Yeah, but here she is.
Yeah. So but I mean, I love it when I love Sabrina's songs, so I'm not like.
But maybe that's a challenge for people because they now have to separate. You know, Taylor doesn't do that, Sabrina does that, and now you know.
I'm really glad Sabrina's on that album. I think she sounds so good on, like, with the Showgirl. So
absolutely,
that was like the best moment of my life when I saw that they were doing a collab. I was like, this is my song.
Absolutely.
Another song I really like is Father Figure. I think that it's like, I don't know, I think it's so like, it's just like it shows that she still can do that storytelling aspect.
Now, question, because I am not on the TikTok, but I've got friends that are, and they have said that there are theories going around that she's, like, possibly going to open up, like, her own record label, and that's what Father Figure is, like, kind of insinuating, that the Showgirl's going to become.
That's interesting.
Now, I don't know. Again, that was, like, a TikTok thing. I'm not on that app, but I'm like, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Given what she's saying.
Yeah, that's interesting. I think the song is so like, I don't know. I think it's like because in folklore and everywhere she does the storytelling, and I think that it shows like she can still do it with the upbeat and pop.
Yeah.
And it's like, obviously relates to her, and I think it's kind of hinting at her relationship with Scooter Braun and Scott Borchetta, who stole her albums. So I think it's cool. But yeah, Mr. Eich, are you ready?
Special guest.
Special guest, Mr. Eich.
Enter the villain.
So for background context, Mr. Eich does not like Taylor Swift. Could you tell us in general why that
I want to
is?
start with that. I acknowledge that like I am not the intended audience for Taylor Swift, right? That she's probably not writing songs for like 45-year-old dads, right? That's
You never know.
Mr. Bauman.
But is he forced because his wife's also a major Swiftie, or?
Yeah, we don't know.
No, my biggest thing is like more of an umbrella. Like I feel like with Taylor Swift, you're not getting like an authentic artist. You're always being sold something else. Like with Taylor Swift, it's never like listen to the album, that's it. It's make sure you pre-order the album on Spotify, and then we have to sit for a month and find out, when it's going to be released. And then once you order it, you got to come see the movie. For $22, you can go see the Taylor Swift movie, right? And then when you get to the movie, like buy your $30 popcorn bucket with all the pictures of Taylor Swift on it. And then after you buy the popcorn bucket, then you find out that there's another CD that gets released with like an extra song, or it's like like a different version of the song for $8, and then you can get like the, I don't know, what's our album, Reputation, Taylor's version for $42 on vinyl. Like I feel like you're always being sold like something better. You're not getting like, it's not about like the music, it's about like being like, like sold this idea of like this is a pop icon. And then when I listen to music, I'm like, I don't know, this is like B minus music. Like, I don't know, like if we're talking about contemporaries, like someone like Lady Gaga just has more jams. Like she has more music that's just like goes to a wider audience, and I don't feel like she's selling things as much.
Okay, yeah.
That's my issue with Taylor Swift, and my wife talks about her all the time. we can get into like the story of every single song.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely fall into like I buy into the stuff that she sells, but like because I spent $100 on 5 CDs for this album.
Oh my gosh, Olivia.
but like I chose to do that. Like I didn't have to do it. Like I just like I see the stuff she puts out and I'm like, I want that. I like those photos. I want the photo cards with it. But like, I don't know. She released CDs the other day, and I was like, these ones. I'm like, I don't need these ones. I have them. But I feel like, I think people do fall into the, like making too many variants. And we've seen it with other artists.
I wonder if that's like a generational Swiftie difference. I've actually never bought. I bought the popcorn bucket when I saw the movie, so I did do that. But
I have 2 of them in my house.
Yeah, just the one. But I have never bought like the extra stuff. I do agree with you that it's kind of over marketed for sure.
Yeah.
But I also think that not all of the fandom falls into those things, and I don't know. Maybe it's her way of also sticking it to the industry of showing just how big, she can make things after having all of her stuff.
Sticking it to the industry. She's a billionaire.
She is a billionaire.
Who was built in a lab. Yeah. I mean, like she's not like a real human. Like I mean, like she didn't go to school. Like she was created as this pop princess that has this weird like chip on her shoulder, even though like you made it, you succeeded. You've dated like every celebrity. Like get rid of the chip on your. There's no one else to like be angry with.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts on? Do you have any like special songs that you were?
So I listened to the album. Mrs. Eich gave me the lore. She had to pause before every song to tell me here's the story for everything. It was wonderful. We're not going to talk about it, but we can all agree that Wood is the single lamest song that's ever been written by any artist ever. It's horrific.
I agree
Like
with that.
it's giving like 15-year-old girl that kisses a boy for the first time and then like works kissing the boy into her like daily conversation. Like, oh my, I'm sorry girls, I can't talk right now. My lips are so tired from kissing Ryan all day. You know what I mean? Like isn't she like 40?
Yeah.
It's a horrific song.
It is one of my lower ranked on the album.
It's very different from people who have followed her music for a long time.
Yeah.
I will say it is very different.
I think that she kind of saw what Sabrina Carpenter has been doing and was like, I want to try that.
Yes.
And I don't know
that it worked.
If it,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be super excited to see it again.
Yeah, I think that it's not her style. I agree with that. That was also, I didn't mention that earlier, that was also one of my probably least favorites because it just didn't, like, again, the lyricism, I'll always go back to that. It just wasn't for me. It was so steered away from what she usually does with her lyrics, like taking it into a deeper meaning, and it was just completely, like you said, like teenage girl.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And then I'll give her the Fate of Ophelia because like that, like Ophelia is one of like the great characters in all of Shakespeare. I think it's a little melodramatic that like all these men have controlled her and ruined her life so that the only option is literally killing herself. Just so we know that's what happens to Ophelia. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
So I think that was a little melodramatic. Like again, Taylor, you're a billionaire. Like chill out. There was one line, I forget, I don't remember the names of the songs. I never got the names of the songs. What's the one that it's like, life is like a song, it ends when it ends?
Oh, that's Opalite.
And we're like, we're a poet. Like that's the line.
Yeah.
And we repeat it like 3 times.
I like that I like the meaning of that song.
Okay.
Like I like that like Opalite is man-made opal.
Okay.
So she's saying like you have to make your own happiness. You have to make your own happiness to have like a better like opportunity to like meet somebody else.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, I think that there is some lyrics on just that I'm just like they're a little bit less deep than previous stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
And that's where I want to circle back to what I said earlier. I love the production of this album. I think if you remove her words, like the beats are so catchy. I mean, the amount of songs that like I don't know all the words to any of them yet, but like I wake up kind of singing it and I'm like, oh, wait a second, that's part of that song because I have heard it maybe twice at this point, maybe 3 times, and it's such a earworm. So I will praise like the catchiness of it, but I will agree that the lyrics are not anything
but that's
super
the
special.
whole point. Like
I know.
of being a poet. Like and I don't want to be a
but
jerk.
She's out of that era, Mr. Eich. She's no
tortured
longer a
poet.
tortured poet. She's a showgirl.
But here's the deal.
That's the idea.
And again, this is more personal, and I don't know her. She's probably a wonderful human, probably not. But like she needs friends. Like, and I mean that sincerely, because like if I was a billionaire who released like kind of okay songs and named it Tortured Poets Department, my friends would laugh so hard they need like medical attention. You know, like they're like, what? You're gonna name it what? And if Stevie Nicks like be like a part of like the production and stuff, who's like actually poetic and has so many jams. I don't know. Can I change the conversation a little bit?
Sure.
What are your thoughts on Travis and like their relationship?
I'll let the girls speak.
I like I'm really happy for Taylor, and she can do what she wants. You know, I try to just like I don't want to be parasocial. Like I let her have her thing. I'll relate the songs to my life, and I can think, oh, this might be like, oh,
it's about a tree.
It's about this.
It's about a tree, Mr. Eich.
Yeah.
It's about a tree.
But yeah, I'm happy for her.
Jaden, what do you think?
Oh goodness. Gonna do a little Evermore reference. I'm still stuck at the restaurant of her and Joe. I will always be a Joe Alwyn defender. I loved that man. I thought he
he's
was
available,
so good.
Jaden, so.
That's all me.
A little old for you.
Yeah, just a little bit. I loved their relationship while they were in it. Obviously, when she came out with So Long London in the Tortured Poets Department, it was a little harder to defend him.
Yeah.
But I loved her and Joe together. So unfortunately, that kind of fogs my view on her and Travis. I'm not a huge Travis Kelce fan. I think he's a little bit arrogant, in my opinion.
Agreed.
But I don't know. I'm happy for her. I'm happy she found somebody who makes her happy. But I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'm a bad person. I think it's gonna be hilarious when they break up. like I think that will be the best album when they break up. Because like how many
they
words?
break up, it'll be bad.
How many words can she rhyme with stupid? You know what I mean? like there will for sure be a song that's titled like "The Flavor of Crayons." You know,
That's very poetic.
I'll write it
Mr.
for her.
Ike.
Yeah, if she wants me to write it for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're kind of too, like, for me, it's just the funniest thing because it's the all-American quintessential, like,
Yeah.
the pop music star with the blonde hair and the blue eyes and this big football NFL player who also has, like, blonde hair and blue eyes. And they're, like, the ultimate American, like, royalty in a sense.
Yeah.
I'm so with you, though. I think his intellect is going to be an issue in the long run.
But then she can't do the, like, I got the chip on my shoulder, like, you know, I've been bullied by all these people, Ophelia thing. If she's also like the coolest girl in school, like in the drama club, that's dating the football player who's like the captain of the football team, you know, like she's the person that she hates in all her songs.
I like to.
Something I think that is maybe to go off of what you said about like Joe though too. I do think like for someone of her status, just being so well known around the globe, to have also someone who's of high status in their profession, I do think that matters too, and it kind of makes sense to me. But I don't know about longevity.
So talking about that, like that was like a real issue in my like marriage, like when they started dating, because I'm like, he's much better at his job than she is. And my Mrs.
Did
Ike
she
was
file
like,
for
absolutely-
divorce?
Yeah, Mrs. Ike was you're insane. But here's my argument. You guys can chime in on it. He's probably like top 3 greatest tight ends of all time. And an argument can be made he's the best. I don't think she's top 3 greatest singer-songwriters of all time. But I'm biased. Like I will acknowledge that bias.
I think that their relationship, because he is so like high status, that it's nice for her to have somebody who's also like kind of in the same place that she is.
Yeah.
Like she even mentions it on the album. She's like, in Elizabeth Taylor, she's like, I've been number 1, but I've never had 2, which is basically saying like I've been at the top, but I've never had somebody else who's also this high with me, like at the same time doing it like with me. So I think that is a good for her in this relationship, because like Joe Alwyn, like I'm gonna say he's like a C-lister. Like he's not.
What is he?
He's an actor.
He's an actor.
Like I've never seen something he's been in.
I don't know that you've seen anything. Did you see the movie Harriet? Cynthia Erivo played Harriet Tubman. No. Okay, he was.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sure, he's wonderful in it.
His role's not huge. That's kind of the only thing I've seen him in.
But yeah, I think that this is like, it's nice for her to have somebody that she can relate to, and also like go back home and talk about all the praise or hate she's getting.
Okay.
And I don't think, I mean, my family comes from like a big music. My dad's a musician, and like he just would, for days, he'd be on your side all day with everything. And I would say I don't think she's the greatest of all time, or that she's even in top 3 to 5, like when you look at the music industry as a whole. But I do think she has built something that like redefined the ultimate pop star and redefined what it means to like be a woman in the industry and really put power to, you know, what it is you want control of in your you know, career as a recording artist. So I will say that I think she has redefined a lot of things in that regard. It is a little too capitalist for me at this point in time with all the extras you can buy, but I will also say I don't know that lyrically she's going to go down as like top.
Yeah, I think that her like doing the whole Taylor's version thing, I think that set up like for other artists who have also kind of maybe like weren't paying attention and signed something, and like she did when she was younger, like she lost her master's or she has her so she, by doing like re-recording everything, like that was I think more of a personal project for her and less of wanting like she didn't know the fans were going to support that, and she like did it anyway just to set a standard for other artists to be able to do that.
But we can all agree, Swifties, right? Like we are kind of in a cult in a sense that like we are going to buy it, we are going to listen to it, we are going to defend it, we are going to still like I'm going to probably put this album on my drive home today, right? Like and I'm going to be like, you know, dun 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 dun, right? So it's going to be great. But I do think that Mr. Ike brings up some good points about like stepping away for a moment and looking at the bigger picture of Taylor Swift and the industry. And
I will say I do like the bonus tracks on like the new Taylor's version stuff. I like how she adds more to it. I don't like the 100 different versions of the vinyls because vinyls are already expensive. Like she's charging $50-$60 for them.
And then you gotta buy 6 of
and
them.
there's so many. There's different colors. There's different songs. She's like, oh, the Target edition has one extra song on it that you can get for only $20 more. Like, it's that kind of thing just kind of bothers me. But
doesn't she also do that to cook the books of like the number one artist for so many weeks?
Yeah,
as if
and,
you
like,
add a
those-
new
'Cause
album,
then when you
then
re-release,
you get to like re-release.
yeah.
Hasn't there been some talk? So this I'm ignorant to this of like that she's also like knocking down other female artists because like if Billie Eilish comes out with an album, then like whatever Red Edition comes out,
Then it kind of
the day
takes someone else
before.
out. Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe that. I don't know for a fact. I'm sure, but I don't.
Started
Yeah.
rumors.
I know that
Yeah.
Billie Eilish definitely, like, I think she did, like, kind of, I don't know what really, I'm not super
Yeah,
knowing
like what
about
she
this, but I
said.
think she did get a little bit upset because Taylor released something when her album came out. But, yeah, people just avoid releasing albums the week that Taylor Swift is. Like,
Yeah.
The week that this album came out, like, there was no album releases.
But there's not
Right.
one album. There's like 8 albums for each album.
Right.
Yeah.
yeah.
You're right.
As someone whose son buys all of them.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And it does make it hard, I guess, if you want to be that fan that does buy every single thing or does have like a complete Taylor collection. She kind of only appeals to a specific social class and above,
Yeah.
which is also a little bit alarming.
But my thing is, like, you don't have to buy it.
No, you don't. And
like,
I
if you
don't.
want to.
I don't
Yeah, you're
own
right.
any of the vinyls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Just the popcorn
I
bucket.
think that I know for this album she said that she wanted to release more variants because she wanted the fans to have more photos and like see the overall
Like concept.
concept. So I know that that's kind of the main reason she released more this time. That might just be like a way to like bypass what people are saying, but I feel like she just wants the fans to have like options.
Okay.
Like,
I do have a question though for Mr. Eich. Do you have like a favorite song? Like if you said Lady Gaga's got a lot of good like bops,
Right.
is there like a Taylor song that you're like, I can at least appreciate this is like, or an album, like maybe not a whole album, but
I'd
maybe
say-
there's like a,
I don't know, I'm such a basic you know what for that. What was the album? Like Shake It Off was pretty
yeah,
good.
1989. That's
Yeah.
my favorite one.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good song.
Yeah, it's fun.
yeah, it's just a fun little.
Okay. I will say I will give her credit for this. I didn't like the song because it's so mean to Short Kings. But like what is it? The smallest man that ever lived
Oh.
Yeah.
is a like a Hall of Fame worthy like evil thing to write about a man. like to be so petty and angry at the like 1985 singer guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, to like literally call him like short to the entire world.
But was she calling him short, or was she saying like smallest, like
Oh, she was doing both.
Like-
That's how metaphors work. Yeah, she was for sure. Like
Yeah. I do think she meant more of the,
Yeah.
like, he's
Yeah.
but
just not
because
masculine.
he
But yes.
But she
it-
knew
yes.
that was his thing that drove him crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so mean. I love
Is
it.
he short? I don't even.
I
Yeah,
didn't
I
even
think
know
he-
that.
Oh, is he? I don't.
Well,
I know his name's Matt Healy.
the
I-
Ike family gave me that intel and said.
But is he short compared to the Ike family, or is he actually short?
No, I think he. Yeah.
Like
I
actually
think
short?
that- I don't know. I don't know. how
compared to
tall he is.
Travis Kelsey, he
Compared to
probably
yeah,
is.
Travis
Yeah,
Kelce obviously
definitely.
tall,
We'll
but
be fact checked maybe.
Yeah.
You guys have to
Yeah.
give a disclaimer.
I
Mr.
actually-
Ike was completely wrong on this.
I
one,
just
but-
don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that song is like really I don't know, it's just crazy. Like when I heard that for the first time, I was like, oh my gosh, girl,
Mm-hmm.
wow, that you really like in that.
She was
album,
pretty upset.
You
Yeah.
never would have thought. We thought it was gonna be about Joel,
And it
the
was
guy she
totally
was with
about-
for 6 years.
And it was all about the guy she was with for like what, 3
2
months?
weeks.
Yeah, right.
But yeah,
I can
it's-
respect that.
Yeah, she went more crazy about
Totally.
that.
Totally.
Yeah. So, and yeah, I just think that I was shocked when there was only like 3 songs about Joel Alwyn on Torture Postpartum. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think that's yeah. So, Miss Ryan, I'd like to hear more about how you became like
A Swiftie? Oh, geez. Okay, so the year was 2007. And I was 13 years old.
Oh God.
And
I was student teaching here.
yeah. I was like the summer between like 7th and 8th grade, I believe. And so one of my good friends at the time, she told me that she just saw this music video come out called Teardrops on My Guitar, and we didn't know who Taylor was yet. And I was like, okay, so I had to go home, log onto my computer, and because it was still very slow internet, I had to like wait. I loaded YouTube, but it took like 20 minutes for the whole video to like actually upload, because I wanted to watch it like in its entirety. I didn't want to like keep pausing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, Mr. Ike. It would have taken forever. So I finally got it loaded up, watched it, and it was just like that was it. That was the moment that I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so relatable as a 13-year-old who just had my heart, devastated by this boy. Oh, the teardrops on my guitar, and just look at how pretty she looks with that gown, and like, oh my gosh, I was just so like, that was it. And then I actually sang a Taylor Swift song in the talent show that next year. I did our song, So, and that got me a runner-up position in the talent show. And yeah, I don't know. I was just, from that moment, it was great, because then. So Taylor's a couple years older than me, but it's like when the music comes out, it's always a year or two behind. So like I'm always the right age for like what she was like when 22 came out. I was 19, so by the time that I don't know, everything just kind of lines up really well with my life. So I think that was part of it, and the Fearless album came out when I was about to start driving, and then Speak Now was when I was starting to drive and go to work and things. I don't know, just everything just kind of fits so well with like my life and my experiences with boys and all of the things. But yeah, Teardrops on My Guitar, that like sold.
That's so funny, because we have really similar Swiftie origin stories.
Okay.
I was at school, it was actually preschool. And my friend told me,
grade,
Olivia,
student teaching, preschool.
Olivia, we were never getting back together. You need to go watch the music video when you get home.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, okay. And I went and watched it. And
Sold.
Sold ever
Sold.
since.
That's
Yeah.
a good song. I love that.
That one's fun. Yeah, that one is super fun. The music
that one
videos are
about?
great. Jake Gyllenhaal.
He's pretty good looking, isn't he?
Yeah, he's for sure good looking. The problem was the age gap there was a little,
Yeah.
the All Too Well, like 10-minute, I'm sure Kate told you the whole story about like,
No.
the 10-minute version?
No, she stopped the lore. She got into, what's the album before Tortured?
Midnights.
Okay, so that's when she entered her,
Oh.
Got it.
Her
Okay.
Swift.
Okay.
So, like,
phase.
Taylor Swift wrote All Too Well regular version,
Okay.
and it was on Red originally. And then
It's like the Swiftie all-time agreement fan
and she like
favorite.
mentioned that she had like cut the song way down just because like the producers told her, and then everybody was like, Taylor, release the 10-minute version.
We'll pay $8 for the CD with the 10-minute version.
Yeah. So then when Taylor's version came out, she was like, okay, I'm gonna give it to you, and now it's like everybody's like favorite.
Okay.
Like I would say as a fan base, like everybody would say that's like her like best. Like if you had to, it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I take it back. Bad guy. Problematic age gap.
What about you, Jane? When did you get into Taylor?
I got into it mainly, I would say probably because of my sister. Like,
Okay.
I don't know what specific age I was. I was probably like 7 maybe. And my dad loved the Red album because of my sister. So he had the CD. So every time we'd get in the car, he'd play the CD. Holy Ground would come on, and I would just pound on the windows. And I was like, this is just the best album ever. So that's kind of where I started listening to her. And then I got into the stuff before Red later, I would say. And then obviously, as I've said many times, Evermore just kind of got me stuck with her. So that's kind of where I
See,
am
this
with
is
her
the
now.
cool thing about Taylor Swift. Everyone knows like where they were, what they were doing when they got sucked in, and it's generational.
How'd you join the cult?
Yeah,
Well, my friend
exactly.
was,
totally.
yeah.
And it's
Yeah, you
generational.
do yoga with this guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I was in college when that video came out, but Olivia was coming home from preschool listening to it, and just like it's just I just think that's kind of cool. And did you guys get to go to the Eras tour? Did you get to go? You got to go. You did not.
Nope.
I know that your family went as well.
This is probably the source of all. Oh, I did not, but I funded 2 trips to the Eras tour.
Yeah,
Taylor
he
Swift
did.
cost me like $10,000.
Yeah, he texted me the morning.
Oh,
of
this
when I
is
was
the
going. He's
real
like, I just
beef.
had
It's
to
for
buy
sure.
thousands of
Yeah,
dollars
no.
worth of tickets, whatever. But it was such a cool experience for like fans too, and it was just one of those things where like I don't know, it's a cool community. Everyone's very just like excitable and welcoming, and just loves to just talk about all the different stuff, all the eras. And
Yeah, it was fun talking about it with you guys.
yeah. Thank you for having us.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a good time. I got some different sides of your view. And
Yeah, we now know that it's because Taylor Swift has costed him
Yeah,
$10,000.
it's
That's
for
the
his
real
wallet, you
beef.
guys.
That's
It's because of his wallet.
yeah. So yeah, thank you guys for coming on.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thank you so much. Yeah, see you guys.
Okay, is it good? Is it over?
Awesome. Nice job, ladies.
Yes.
We are so glad you came. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye now. Bye. Bye-bye. Remember, please discard all candy wrappers and popcorn containers in the nearest trash receptacle. Thank you. Okay, bye-bye.